Are the textbooks in yet?
My name is Keith Carlson, and I'm an Associate Professor of History at the University of Saskatchewan. My primary research focus is on West Coast Aboriginal history. I also do some work with the Métis of Northwest Saskatchewan and with Filipino peasants in Asia. Way back in 1992 or 93, I was working for the Stalo Tribal Council out in British Columbia, and they asked me to look into this question. They had a record that showed that the boy had been lynched. Well, the Louie Sam topic it's a dramatic story. It sounds like a Hollywood movie. You know, this young native boy is in jail by Canadian authorities. An American lynch mob comes across the border, busts him out, lynches him on a tree, goes back. Canadians then launch an investigation. They find out who did it, but they can't report it, and the American government resists this, and the Canadian government decides to bury it, and the Aboriginal people have their rights sort of just marginalized, right? So it has all the drama of a great Hollywood sort of movie, and it's all a true story. So this story has a legacy that goes on and on. It's not just this one moment in 1884 where a boy was horribly wronged by society, but as a result of that, his living relatives lose their land base and are living in fear. They can't go back to their homes, right? Because the Canadian government has never done anything to tell these Americans it's wrong to come across the border and kill people. I mean, right now, if you're doing First Nations topics in Canada, the University of Saskatchewan is really the place to be. It's not only a good place, it's an excellent place in terms of First Nations scholarship and what's going on. I think there's a couple different reasons. One is the rhetoric we always hear. Well, there's a big Aboriginal population in the province of Saskatchewan and it's growing as a proportion of the population, and therefore this university has to be sensitive to that. That's a fundamentally accurate description. I think there's more than that. I think what we have here in this province are First Nations communities that are well organized and Métis communities that are well organized who have come to this institution and to the government and said, we have questions, we have concerns. We do not want to be studied, but we would like to work in partnership with sociologists and education people and historians and others to work on problems that we see confronting our communities and the larger native newcomer relationship in Canada. And this university has been receptive to that. I've had a number of people ask me, like, are you Aboriginal? And I'm not. And then, well, so why do Native history then? And isn't it best if Natives do Native history? And we find things that interest us, and then we start to go a little further. And then, of course, the university is strongly encouraging people to take the research into the classrooms, make it relevant to students, make it meaningful to students. It's not just a matter of passing the test, but it's a matter of showing how what we do is important. It's curiosity-driven research that we do.